Imagine everything you think you know about humanity's origins has been carefully manipulated. From childhood, we were taught the story of Adam and Eve as a simple moral tale, a story of humanity's fall. But what if I told you there's a lost book, a forbidden text revealing secrets so unsettling that official history prefers to ignore it? This manuscript, known as the Life of Adam and Eve, was censored, hidden, and pushed to the margins of history. It's not in the Bible, not mentioned in churches, but its pages describe chilling events. The true exile from Eden, Adam and Eve's desperate attempts to reconnect with the divine, and something more, a cosmic punishment that forever changed humanity's fate. Why did this text vanish from the official narrative? What secrets does it hold that the guardians of faith didn't want you to know? Some sources claim these stories speak of fallen angels, passing forbidden knowledge to humans, forgotten rituals that altered consciousness, and a master plan that didn't end in Eden but continues today. Are we ready to know the truth? Because once you hear it, your view of the world will never be the same. In this video, we'll explore the hidden truths of the lost book of Adam and Eve, the most shocking fragments revealing humanity's struggle against invisible forces, and the eerie connection of these stories to esoteric, mystical, and scientific beliefs. If you think the official history is all there is, prepare for an awakening that could change everything. Throughout history, certain texts have been erased, censored, or forgotten because their contents threaten power structures. The Life of Adam and Eve is one such text, an apocryphal manuscript revealing hidden details about the first humans, secrets that altered the history of spirituality and may have deeper implications than we imagine. Also known as the Apocalypse of Moses, this ancient document offers an alternative to Genesis, with information never included in the official Bible. Its pages tell the true story of what happened after the expulsion from Eden. Adam and Eve didn't simply accept their fate, they fought to regain their divine state, facing mysterious beings, terrifying trials, and forbidden knowledge. The book describes how, after their fall, they experienced the world in its raw, hostile state. The radiant light that once surrounded them vanished, their bodies became heavy and vulnerable, and nature itself seemed to reject them. Desperate, Adam fasted for 40 days seeking God's forgiveness. Eve, in anguish, also embarked on a path of penance, weeping endlessly for her mistake. But here the story takes an unexpected turn. Angels, sent by the Creator, descended to offer sacred knowledge, teachings to help them understand their new existence and open doors to higher dimensions. Yet dark forces also emerged. The text says Satan reappeared, mocking their misfortune and revealing something disturbing. This world doesn't belong to them. Before they were created, other beings claimed it as theirs. What does this mean? Were there other intelligences on Earth before humans? This idea strangely echoes esoteric traditions that speak of lost civilizations, pre-human beings, and a cosmic war for creation's supremacy. The story grows even more unsettling. The manuscript says Adam and Eve received a prophetic message, a secret that, if deciphered, could restore their divine essence and free them from the material world. But to achieve this, they faced unthinkable trials. One was to descend into the Jordan River and remain submerged for days without moving, eating, or resting in an extreme act of purification. They weren't alone, according to the text. Invisible beings surrounded them, watching closely. During her penance, Eve was visited by a figure cloaked in dark light. Not an angel, not a demon, but something else. It called itself a bearer of truth and whispered forbidden knowledge that made her question God's nature. The text's most chilling point is the true reason for their expulsion from Eden. It wasn't eating the forbidden fruit, but the knowledge they gained from it. This idea appears in Gnosticism, where the serpent isn't the enemy, but a messenger bringing the spark of awakening. If true, it suggests God's real punishment wasn't for the sin itself, but because Adam and Eve learned something they weren't meant to know. Could history have been deliberately altered? The manuscript's later pages might shake deeply held beliefs and force us to ask how much of our story has been erased or changed to keep us from knowing who we truly are. Some say this book was held by secret orders that guard ancient knowledge and have shaped humanity's fate. If it was so dangerous, why is it resurfacing now? Some researchers believe the reappearance of apocryphal manuscripts in recent centuries isn't a coincidence. There's a theory that certain knowledge was meant to emerge at a specific time, when humanity is ready to receive it without being destroyed by it. The life of Adam and Eve, also called the Apocalypse of Moses, is an apocryphal text that has remained in the shadows for centuries. It's not part of the canonical Bible, but has been studied by theologians, historians, and mystics seeking humanity's deepest mysteries. The book is said to hold truths that could change how we view the past, revealing hidden knowledge about humanity's fall, the exile from Eden, and Adam and Eve's interactions with unknown spiritual entities. One of the most disturbing aspects is its description of the expulsion from paradise. Unlike the traditional story, where Adam and Eve are punished for eating the forbidden fruit, this text introduces a darker element: celestial beings, often linked to the Watchers or fallen angels, who played a key role in their temptation and fall. After being cast out, Adam and Eve suffered physically and spiritually, facing hunger, cold, and mortality's pain. Most shocking is the revelation that their direct connection to the divine weakened. Before the fall, they could hear God's voice clearly and feel his presence constantly. After exile, this connection became faint, as if an invisible barrier separated humanity from divinity. Even more enigmatic, the text says Adam, before the fall, had access to knowledge far beyond current human wisdom. He possessed the living word, a power to shape reality through speech, a sacred ability to interact with creation in ways we can only imagine today. After the fall, this power was taken and sealed away. The text's hidden fragments suggest some of Adam's descendants tried to recover this lost knowledge, introducing the idea of ancient hidden books containing creation secrets guarded by esoteric societies. Could this knowledge be the root of ancient alchemical and mystical traditions? The book's links to other spiritual traditions are undeniable. In Kabbalistic tradition, the Sefer Yetzirah describes God creating the universe with sacred words and vibrations. In Hermeticism, hidden knowledge was given to a chosen few to preserve for future generations. Perhaps Adam's lost knowledge connects to these ancient teachings. Most intriguing is what the text suggests about humanity's future. A time will come when the veil between the material and spiritual worlds weakens, and those prepared can access the living word again. Some see this as a new consciousness awakening, where humans reclaim their divine nature. But there's a warning. Those seeking this knowledge with selfish motives may fall into a trap like the serpents in Eden. If the life of Adam and Eve holds lost ancient knowledge, why has it been hidden for centuries? Who has kept it from humanity? And what would its full revelation mean? History is full of suppressed texts and silent sages, and this book follows that pattern. Though preserved in ancient Ethiopic, Greek, and Latin copies, it's been ignored by major religious institutions. The text warns that Adam's lost knowledge isn't for everyone. Those who seek it without purity may face dire consequences. In some Gnostic interpretations, the text mentions archons, beings who keep humanity trapped in an illusory world, manipulating events to distance Adam and Eve from the Creator and bind them to matter. A lost passage even speaks of a control mechanism embedded in reality's structure, blocking access to hidden knowledge. Some compare this to the modern idea of the Matrix, a system to keep humanity distracted from its true potential. Strikingly, this aligns with quantum science, like the double-slit experiment, which shows matter responds to consciousness, something ancient sages seem to know. The text also suggests Adam and Eve weren't the first humans, but the first to be aware of their existence. This reframes the Eden story. If they had a special divine connection but lost it, can we regain it? Modern spiritual movements like Hermeticism and alchemy say yes, but it requires conscious effort. The text warns of dangers for the unprepared. A mysterious figure in Adam's dreams shows visions of a future where humanity forgets its divine origin, enslaved by a system that convinces them the material world is all there is. This echoes esoteric ideas of a veil of forgetfulness, blocking our true identity. The text claims Adam's knowledge wasn't entirely lost. It was secretly passed through hidden lineages, encoded in Kabbalah, medieval alchemy, and Sufi teachings. If true, this forbidden knowledge has been waiting for humanity to be ready. Are we prepared? Many believe the veil is lifting, with growing interest in consciousness, meditation, and near-death experiences signaling a turning point. But the text cautions that seeking this knowledge without preparation risks repeating Eden's fall. Why has the life of Adam and Eve been suppressed and distorted? Who benefits from our ignorance? What if humanity awoke to this truth? History has been shaped by controlling knowledge. What we know is only what we've been allowed to know. Civilizations have burned books, persecuted sages, and silenced questioners. Amid this, the life of Adam and Eve has lingered in the shadows, guarding a secret that could forever change our view of reality. The text's core message is that Adam and Eve's exile wasn't just physical, but mental and spiritual. They lost more than paradise. They lost the memory of who they were, condemned to separation, suffering, and ignorance. Yet the book offers hope. The fall isn't permanent. If humanity lost something in Eden, it can be reclaimed. This idea echoes across mystic traditions. Gnostics spoke of awakening the divine spark. Alchemists sought soul transformation, and yogis claimed truth lies within. The book isn't just a story, it's a challenge. Will we accept ignorance's chains or dare to break them? Knowing a veil of forgetfulness exists is only the first step. Removing it requires inner transformation. The power lies not in the information, but in applying it. Many fail by seeking answers without willingness to change or responsibility for the knowledge. This text, like other forbidden ones, offers a map, but the journey is individual. If you've reached this point, you're seeking something deeper. You may sense the world isn't as you've been told, that history is missing pieces, that a greater truth awaits. If this resonates, you're ready for the next step, but it's up to you. Share your thoughts in the comments, subscribe for more hidden knowledge, and like if this has made you question what you thought you knew. Thanks for watching, and until next time.